And let me just talk about that.
Okay,
Me and
no problem.
Octopizzo.
Yeah, boss.
So this is my first encounter with Octopizzo. I get there. Of course, I had seen him on stage performing, and he was always, impressing the crowd. But then we link up in a freestyle battle competition. And Octopizzo, this was the first time he also participated because there was a cash prize.
So
Kuna do. Unaona, kuna sijui 10k or something. Na tumepanda. Of course, when people saw Octopizzo taking part in this compare, they automatically knew that this guy was going to win because of his fan base. He had already established a very concrete fan base at Wapi.
Yep.
And me, I get on stage, battle imeanza, nini, imefanyika, Pizzo the king, killing rappers too, nini, and until tunapatana.
Finals.
Not even on the finals.
Oh yeah, on the knockouts.
And the knockouts, yeah. Because the finals, I battled a guy called Everready. Now, it's me and Octopizzo. And it's happened. And I think this is where I'd say the beef, bad blood ilianzianga. You remember I told him, I just wanted to rap. Mimi nilikuwa napenda tu kurap. And me najua ku freestyle. Hizo ku battle like this. I knew how to do that thing. So he was on stage, I get to go first. Khaligraph, nini. So I start, I remember they played, I think ilikuwa ni beat ya Royce the 5'9", boom. Hey, Papa, this is the shit, and then I came through with the disses. Whoa. Alafu najua, kwa nini nakwambia mimi nilikuwa na rap njia watu hawakuwa wamezoea. It's because I used to rap like akina
Royce the 5'9", Eminem
on TV, you see 8 Mile.
The
way they give people spaces to react. Like tip it down, dip it, tipping in the trap, sipping on the keeping ripple on the picking in the trap. So that's what I used to do. But with their style is different. It's like a conversation. It's like they're talking, unakanika umevaa nini, which is actually it's a good style to some people. Me personally, I don't prefer going that direction because that's not me. So I'm doing my thing. I kill it on the first round. Yani first round him spit, and then it's his time to
come back
to respond, and then he starts rapping. Yeah, but then sometimes unaweza fanya kitu noma mpaka mtu akikuja kufanya kitu ingine next.
Yes, it's like Eminem at 8 Mile.
Exactly, yeah. You remember Papa Doc alishinda kunini. Yeah, so that's what happened. Akakuja kanini, but the people were not feeling it. Like I had raised the bar too high,
Oh, so you came so hard that the reaction was too enormous that
exactly
a guy got timid.
Yeah, so he's responding, he's trying to respond, he's trying to diss me on stage, but the reaction from the crowd is wanting. People are like and then people start booing, ooh, and then the Octopizzo he gets very mad on stage. He's a guy with a temper, akona temper, unajua, akajam, akashuka stage. Like I think there was a guy who was like, no, unajua wapi likuwa noma, bro. Yeah, like I told you, it was not for the faint-hearted. And Octopizzo gets down from the stage, and he goes to this guy. He's like, he wants to confront this guy, and he's prevented by the security, of course. And now he gets back on stage, and people are like, yo, bas jibu yani satu nini. And then he responds, and then anamaliza, and then now it's my turn again. Now it's round ini. So round 1 definitely I had. So round 2 ilianza. I told you najua kurap, najua kurap yani ku freestyle. What did I say? If I can remember. Ndaisema tu na
paraphrase.
Sijui labda nini vile nimekufanya na kudis kwa stage mpaka unashuka unataka kwenda kupigana. And no, I'm rhyming and I'm flowing on the beat and nini. The crowd hapo.
Nail in the coffin.
Bro, haikuendelea like this. The screams were too loud. The reaction was just over the roof, and it was concluded that it's a rap. And he was unajua amekasirika, nini. So I think from your time, and it wasn't my fault,
You were doing your role.
Me, I'm just doing my thing. Me, I love rapping every day. and rapping has always been a part of me. And I think from your time, even after the although he went back on stage and apologized to the people for the way he reacted afterwards, but hiyo ndo ili create hiyo nini. I think at that point he's always felt like, yo,
also you guys after that, I mean that's when you guys met, and that's now when there's never been a relationship from that day.
The thing is, me, I never take things. Even at that time I was a personal, because he was already bigger than me. He was already way much more bigger than me at Wapi, because he had a very big fan base. Mimi nilikuwa sinanga, and I'm just rolling with Proface. Man. I don't have a Kidira crew, a Makayole crew to back me up. So even after that, man, mimi nikisema hii nini sitio pesa sitoke hapa inaweza kosa kutoka. So I'm like, me, I'm like, amido yangu naona mimi kanike jina do yangu. Unajua. But even after that, I mean, ndani yake, I think he felt like he wasn't happy about that situation. And to him, because he lost.
So did you win?
I won the battle.
So you won
Octopizzo. I went to the finals and won, killed the guy. I was winning all the competitions, bro. Told you I never lost a battle, bro, after my first loss. Yeah. So I win. Tunaenda tukapatana mara mingi Wapi, we used to talk, yani nini. But I think Octopizzo was very lucky, because like opportunities were always presenting, is because najipresent kwake. Like he used to get a lot of opportunities, and of course because of his background, what people don't know is that this guy has also hustled.
In fact I was so funny, I was talking to Octo Jana actually. I mean, I know Octo from this time because of Pinye, and we'll dupe Octo's story. Pinye really, but he also has his own hustle story. You know what I mean? That's why I like this Playhouse, because we've spent so much time talking about the back of Khaligraph, so that guys can understand. You don't just snap your fingers and get here. Yes, I could have gift, lakini 5 years without doing a song, unaandika tu una practice. You get what I mean? That's why I love your backstory. So anyway, let's go on now back to my testimony. And no, not my testimony. We go to the mixtape inaitwa nini? Tena.
The takeover mixtape.
Yes, the takeover mixtape.
Takeover mixtape.
So umeidrop.
Nimeidrop.
Sasa unauza huko mawapi, unauza 150
so
and again that's the business side. You get what I mean? So inaonyesha even you've hustled, umepush CD zako.
Push CD. Na hiyo ndio ilikuwa mixtape yangu ya kwanza, because I went ahead to release I think 5 more mixtapes.
What?
Yeah. My bro, my catalog, my G.
I know your catalog online pekee in excess.
These are
okay, let me ask you. Because this is for me when I started binging on Khaligraph. It's when not even your music, your radio interviews. I would go there, I'm just binging Khaligraph Jones. I'm just going homeboys, go watch you. So when did you start doing now interviews?
I started doing interviews.
Is it during this Wapi time?
Wapi time, I had a couple of interviews at Get Radio, but they were not like at interviews, because you're just an upcoming artist, and you know how upcoming artists are mostly treated like haunanga story kuna maana kwamba unaona. But I think even for me it was a gradual process until I go to a point where I started like doing real interviews. They used to call me for interviews, and afterwards, after the interview, they asked me to freestyle on radio.
Yes.
Basically, they just wanted me to freestyle on radio.
Yes. It wasn't about you.
It's not even about the interview. They just want to listen to my bars and nini. I nili freestyle kwa radio. Hakuna rapa me freestyle kwa radio nini me freestyle kwa ma radio, bro. Zote nilikuwa na rap. Mimi nilikuwa napenda kurap sana. Na rap naenda huko Get Radio na rap na maliza nini. There's a time now I think the first professional interview that I got was at Capital FM. Capital FM with niliitwa na hiyo time was it Joy Mudhengi. Joy Mudhengi, yeah. We had a sit down, and we talked about.
And this time you don't have any radio song.
I don't have any radio song.
Hizo mix lakini uko na
mixtapes. The good thing with Homeboys is that they had kulikuwa na section flani ya shows where they used to play hardcore hip hop.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's when they would call you for interviews. Joy Mudhengi, of course, Hits Not Homework. Call me there. Khaligraph, no, I'm talking about. So
but that means your name had started entering Fununu.
Fununu imekuanga. The thing is, like I said, mimi nilikuwa nimejijengea in the underground. People
Respect.
Always, and people always brush off the underground as if it's nothing. They don't know the amount of the capabilities that the underground market has to give you a very good foundation even in the mainstream or the commercial market. Unajua, they don't get that. Na mimi hiyo ndo nimekuwa na even up to today, unajua. If you go to the underground, Khaligraph Jones is still respected as an MC.
Oh, you are, eh?
Yeah, that's good. So
anyway tutaongea.
So tunafanya interview na Joy Mudhengi, tumefanya hiyo, tumemaliza. Joe Mushiri is now calling me on a couple of radio interviews. I'm doing, of course, watu wataka kusikia niki freestyle.
Exactly. Because hata mimi si wewe story yako, mimi nataka kusikia freestyle zako.
Freestyle. So hata hiyo siku hakuna mtu alikuwa anajuanga story yangu, because watu wanataka tu kusikia niki rap. Hata nikisema niko Kayole, watu wako like wewe kwenda. Unajua. So tumefanya hizo ma freestyle.
And sometimes it would be you and 3 other guys. In fact, I would forward.
Yeah.
Tunasikia 10 seconds of this, wewe unataka kusikia umse.
And then and also at the same time, Wapi was still happening. Now at Wapi, there's a time. Now this is also Buddha Blaze told me he was going to sign me. He was going to be my manager. And he told me I had to complete school first. And then he was going to come in as a manager. And Wapi ilikuwa na crowd yake. And Camp Mula, by the way, alikuja Wapi before they blew up. I remember Camp Mula's story. They came to Wapi and they had this buzz. They had 15,000 followers on Twitter. Your time. Yeah. 15,000 followers, bro. Everybody was like, they were the talk of the town. These kids have 15,000 followers on Twitter. They come to Wapi. They perform. Buddha Blaze amebambika na wow. Hey. Unajua, like I told you, Octopizzo pia is a guy who, like, a lot of opportunities were going his way. And like, he's a smart guy. He knows how to make use of the opportunities that was not come through. So as much as unapatio time tukaa mimi sikuanga vocal na story yangu ya kutoka nasemanga tu na represent Kayole, but sijaitakanga watu wanihurumie ama ati watu wakuja uniambia ati umetoka Kale. Mimi nilikuwa nimetoka Kayole nini tuko hivi. So me, I didn't get any. I was not getting help from people.
There's no way,
there's no way, blah blah blah. So Camp Mula hit. Buddha Blaze ameona kwa stage, and now I've completed high school. And Buddha Blaze, I'm like, yo, Buddha Blaze, you told me that if I complete high school, you're going to be my manager, bro, man. Buddha Blaze like, yo, Khaligraph, man, you seen these kids, Camp Mula? Yo, man, they got 15,000 followers on Twitter, bro. Man, right now I think my hands are tied, but along the way. Because right now, I'm also managing Octopizzo and Camp Mula, but you keep on doing your thing, you're going to link up along the way. That's exactly that's what he told me, man. He told me that he couldn't manage me at that time because his hands were tied with
And you finished high school in
2009, going to the 2009, of course.
Yes, November. So 2010 inaanza una chuo,
siko chuo, niko
una manager.
Sina manager. Na unajua watu wanakwambia bila manager huwezi enda mahali. Sasa mimi nimeana Buddha Blaze pia. Of course, after giving me the 15,000 bob he used to give me, I was like, umse. And then he jengea fees. The big shout out to Buddha Blaze.
Man, that's crazy.
Big shout out to Buddha Blaze.
In fact, major shout out. 15,000 then. No. I mean,
get that. Kwa inabamba manzejo.
Okay.
So, yeah.
No, endelea. I don't want to, because I don't want to fast forward, but
haina shida. That's that. So Buddha Blaze hapo kina Kamula yule kwa tunisto kina Kamula. So hata by the time I'm doing these mixtapes and I'm going on radio, and me, I've always been like this. Like even if you go to my past interviews that I was doing, Khaligraph Jones has been the same Khaligraph Jones even up to now. Back in the days, they'd see me, and because I say I'm from Kayole now, Ujamana, he's a fake wannabe accent guy from Nini. They used to say that a lot of times, and this they will say after finding out that I'm from
Kayole.
From
Exactly,
Kayole.
yes.
They wouldn't say it before.
Yeah.
So Camp Mula at this time, they're blowing up. They're like the biggest group in Kenya, and they're very vocal, you know, in the industry. Their music is being played, and now, okay, coming out on the mainstream market as a musician who's deciding to use the English language, for expressions. Wanasema that unataka tu kwa Kamula ama nini. I'm like, unataka tu kwa Kamula. I'm like, nigga, man, I started doing this shit before they came up. What you talking about, bro? No. So unataka kwa. That's what they really need. So kumeenda hivyo, and then there's a very famous cipher that we did. Chagolatini.
Yes, and it has. I think Marcus or one of them. No, Tio Tripper, one of them from.
No, I wasn't on that. I was supposed to be on that, and it was organized by Chagolatinis or whoever, but they didn't put me on that because already at that point, anywhere Octopizzo was, unfortunately, Khaligraph couldn't be there. You know?
In fact, I've seen that one. Yes, you're right. Octopizzo was the one there.
Octopizzo was the one who was there. And we went ahead and did our own cipher, which actually blew up. And it was the Koola Gang cipher. It was cool. Tulifanya mali pengine kware huko, nili rap. Hapo sasa ndio watu wakakuwa like, ai! Huyu nani usa vizuri? Unajua vizuri sasa.
So what do you mean we? Who is we? You.
It was actually not my project. It was a guy called Capella, not Steph Capella, some guy from Koola Gang. Tukafanya, we had you're gonna show that. We had a bunch of kids. There was a bunch of kids, and the way because of my journey, me nilianza early. Even when I used to hang out with guys my age, I'd be considered, older than them because of my nini. Unajua mini OG like that. So I'm doing this cipher with these kids, and they're rapping, and then I go. I'm the one who was naimalizia. Their father, Baba Yao. Yeah, you know what it is. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's not even a challenge. Isaifanize madana kof. Okay, washarada the boss. Kuna marapa hapo na Lady Gaga na floss. I stab you with the dagger kwa jaw. Missy ezi eshimu mamaina. Ama nigga either ni kabambi ama simu za China. Wanna make noise lakini ni lightweight. Bado waja break voice afadhali size 8. Ama rapa wa uroga na ngoso. Kipitendo juiswa watatoka kwa soko. A bunch of amateurs so they didn't messing with the pro. Lot of people go bananas when I'm blessing with the flow. Fake ass Weezy, fake ass Drake. I guess that's easy, but still that's fake. Yo, it's faker than a pair of implants on the I'm greater than this rapping infants in the city. Who nice bro? Khaligraph, I keep it 1000. So nigga the 2-5 flow. This some new ice bro. The only time you niggas giving head is the only time you dudes might blow. Niko na allergy. Mi pekendo nimeivisha kwa hii kitu. Au wengine ni mawanabi. Haina maana ya kujifanya juana ki. Mini ganja famu neza tazama kozama G. Shapata picha boss. I'm like a teacher or preacher. Juni na sifa uku Africa won't eat the sauce. Mindo the reaper is not a secret so meet the source. And I've been sicker since is a omo pick a box. K. Jones. I'm concluding the whole cipher, and then I did my thing, and then I started getting people's attention. Akina Shafiweru, akina nani wako like, hey, this Khaligraph guy. Now, maza kupenetrate kwa mainstream. Matana anda kufanya mainstream. These are big Shafiweru. Hey, wewe. Wanatuituko. Chekini ya say nini. Ikakuja, and then I think there's a line that I said. I'm a guy who never holds back. If I have something to say,
I know. Nimesikia hiyo bahati na.
I'll just say it. I'll say it as it is. So I happened to have mentioned 2-5 flows. The Kamula had this tag 2-5 flow.
Yeah.
I was like, F the 2-5 flow now, because just doing my thing, and your time, Manze, I remember I got a call from Tripper.
Tio Tripper.
Tio Tripper. Bro, Tio Tripper siku kwa namwana ni kama bro, I told you. Hello. Yes, bro, yes. No, I was not dissing you. I was not Yo, Khaligraph, man, I heard that. You was dissing me or what, man? You know I'm always cool with you guys. I was not dissing you, bro. And it's not even like that. Yeah. So, but you create buzz yake, size yake. After that, suddenly nikaanza to get started getting interviews, and immediately after that, because your time, I remember I had moved to Dandora. I was living in Dandora. I had released a couple of tracks, hardcore hip hop songs.
Yeah.
So
you maybe mixtape number 4.
Mixtape number 3 hivi. I was now I had Francis, my manager, had introduced me, or Profes took me to a studio called Big Beats, and that became my family,
Oh, nice.
Now there's a producer who goes by the name of Ares. He's handled like probably 70 to 80% of my song. Aside from Motif, there's a producer called Ares who I've been working with from the beginning.
Nice.
So Ares plays this instrumental he had sampled from a song by what is this guy? Franco, the late Franco, Lingala. Mario. Mario. I'm like, Buddha, let me lay something on that, And it was a very commercial track. And I laced a couple of bars, laced a hook, a chorus, and released it. I put it on Ukoma, SoundCloud, and even before that, when they started playing my music on radio, I had never taken my music to any radio station. What I used to do is that I used to upload my music on
SoundCloud.
On SoundCloud and
you make it make it downloadable.
Downloadable.
Yes. Yeah.
So people started playing my music. Radio stations started playing my music because of the pressure from the fans. Because I had started being foundation underground. That's where they were
coming just in. Calling and requesting Khaligraph.
Khaligraph. Who is this Khaligraph guy? Now they started down. That's where Joe Mushiri also, was introduced to my music, and he started playing my music on Capital FM. But after releasing Mario now is different. Because zile ngoma zangu zilikuwa zinachezwa at a certain hour. But now Mario is a very commercial song, and everybody's liking this song, and I was rapping and just doing my thing, and rapping. Hey, what like, who is this guy from? This Khaligraph guy is now I'm being introduced to the mainstream market now. This is a different audience.
Yep.
Hey, imeanza kuchezwa. Big Brother Africa is happening. DJ John Falme plays that song huko kwa nini, hizo Big Brother, hizo mavitu.
What?
So me like Twitter watu who Khaligraph ni nani? Inabamba. So after that, I think that was just I'd say like my introduction to the mainstream market. And now I started getting interviews with guys who are not doing hip hop shows.
Nice.
Started doing interviews mdogo nini.
So Adele Onyango.
Adele Onyango, when she was at 1FM bado tukaenda tukanini, but bado shida kulikuwa na shida yani. Bear in mind that this is a time when DJ Pinyo was controlling the industry, you know?
And the beats.
And the beat.
Yeah.
And in order for any artist to make it in Kenya, you had to go through DJ Pinye.